Hello and good evening, everyone. This is Muhammad Arsalan Akhtar. In this video, I'm going to teach you five different types of essays. Okay, so when it comes to essay and academic writing, we follow a proper structure. Like the first component of an essay is the introduction, the second component is the body, and the third component is the conclusion, whereby we conclude our essays. An introduction is comprised of a single paragraph, and a conclusion is also comprised of a single paragraph. But when it comes to body, the number and range of paragraph varies from essay to essay. This also depends on the topic of essay that you have, the content of essay. It varies, it can be a single paragraph, it can be two paragraphs, or sometimes it can be 10 paragraphs in the case of lengthy essays. Okay, in today's lecture we are going to explore and we are going to cover five different types of essays which you can have in academic IELTS. Okay, and you will be given 40 minutes in order to complete that task. Okay, the first form of essay, the first kind of essay you have is the opinion essay. Now, what do I mean by the opinion essay? You will be given two opinions, and which you have to present your opinion, and you will be asked whether you agree or you disagree with the opinion, and at the end, you will give your own opinion. Okay, so this is opinion essay in which you will be asked to give your opinion. Okay, in the introduction you will describe the opinion to opinions as well as your opinion in the thesis statement alongside the introduction, and in the body paragraph you will explain why do you support this opinion, and in the conclusion you will conclude your topic. So this was all about the opinion essay. And the second essay that we have for today is the agree and disagree essay. What kind of essay is that? Well, as the name is itself explanatory, you will be given a topic, a question, and you will be asked to what extent do you agree with this statement? And that type of essay, you have to simply put your perspective. Like, for example, in Pakistan, the issue of child labor is increasing day by day, and many people are raising social media campaigns in order to combat the issues. To what extent do you agree with this kind of tactic to handle to combat with this problem? So you can give your own consent in the form of your agreement or disagreement, or the extent of, like, you can also say I partially agree, you can say I disagree, you can say I agree. So you have to mold your essay, shape your essay in that regard. Okay, next is the advantage and disadvantage essay. Now, what is advantage? Advantage mean the positives of a side, and disadvantage mean the negative points. Okay, so in these types of essays, generally you are asked to reflect on the advantages and disadvantages of a particular thing. That can be a technique. For example, you can be asked about the advantages and disadvantages of social media. Okay, so designing this essay, you will be asked, you can start off with the introduction and thesis statement. Okay, and then you can compose your body paragraph 1 with the advantages, and then body paragraph 2 will have the disadvantages, and this, and you finally you can conclude your essay in total 4 paragraphs. So this was all about advantage and disadvantage essay, whereby you have to explain both sides with proper logics and proper arguments. Okay, that's it for the advantage and disadvantage essay. The next essay we have is the problem solution essay. Okay, so as you know that whenever there is a problem, there is a solution. Okay, so these types of essays, they really demand you, they keep a problem, present a problem in front of you, and they ask you for the solution, and you have to come up with a solution. Okay, it can be a single solution, it can be a multi-solution problem. So that depends again on the question. For example, you will be asked, you can be asked about the issue of child labor in Pakistan is increasing day by day. Present some of the amendments which can be done to the constitution which can combat this problem. So in this essay, this is a problem solution essay. You will be asked to address the problem through a solution. So you can design your essay according to the problem and solution. And the last but not the least essay is the question answer essay. Well, usually these types of essays have questions and answers. Okay, sorry, don't have the answers but the questions. You can be asked, usually there are two questions given. For example, what are the reasons behind the inflation in Pakistan? Okay, this can be the first question, and the second question can be, what could be what could the state do in order to combat this problem? So in the first question you are asked about the reasons, in the second question you are asked about the strategies to combat this problem in general. So you can design your essay starting with the introduction and then followed by body paragraphs in which you can present your side of answers, and at the end, conclusion. So this was all about problem solution essay. Thank you.